Did you guys know this is the first time in 2 years I am doing one of these reviews having watched the game without streaming a watch along? This is the first time in 2 years I've just watched an Arsenal game. Just me sitting on the sofa watching the game. Why was I treated to that? Awful. Oh my God, it was bad today, wasn't it? Before I move on though, you're probably wondering what this is. That is a hand-signed Saka shirt. No, I'm not giving it away. Are you mental? That is being hung up on the wall later on today. I'm finally replacing the picture of the Emirates behind it, which looks okay from a distance, but up close, it is ugly. I think it was like £35 on Amazon or something. This Saka shirt is priceless. I was hoping he'd score tonight. Didn't really have his best game, but to be fair, did any Arsenal player have a particularly strong game today? There's a couple of names that I might mention, but I really enjoyed just watching my team play without streaming. It's very different when you're doing a watch-along. You're trying to watch the game and see what's going on, but ultimately you're getting distracted by comments and having to stream, do the thing, which I love doing, by the way, and it is coming back soon. I just haven't decided which platform I want to go on. But for now, I'm just going to be watching Arsenal as a normal viewer. And it was disappointing today. I thought Brighton were the better side for pretty much the entire game. There were spells where we looked a bit better, but in general, it was a poor performance. And you could argue that we got lucky to come away with a draw today. I think on another day, with the amount of shots Brighton had, they would have won this game. Ramsdale, this guy is surprising me more and more. What a signing he's proved to be, not just in my career mode, but in real life too. Unbelievable. And there was a few moments where without him, we would have definitely conceded. But in general, I think Brighton, they almost had the perfect game in that regard. It was just the finishing. It was just not being clinical in front of goal. And as I said, on another day, they win this game. And they will be, for sure, a top half team this season. I love Graham Potter. I saw a lot of chit-chat on social media about how if Arteta doesn't succeed, that maybe Potter should be given a go. I'm still backing Arteta. I think he's done really well since the international break. I'm not talking about switching manager and things like that, but I do understand the hype behind Potter. He seems to be a very intelligent coach, and he's getting the best out of some very good Brighton players, but let's be honest, not top quality players. They've got a couple of them, and even today without Bissouma, for example, and without Welbeck, who's been very good for them, they still looked pretty damn good. Let's talk about Arsenal, because obviously that's what you're here for. And don't forget, even though I'm not streaming the games right now, I'm still going to be doing these reviews because I haven't done anything else for the last, I think, 5 years now. Every Arsenal game I reviewed, every single game. I haven't missed one, so I'm not about to start missing them now. It wasn't a great performance from most of the players. I think Aubameyang had another off day. He went back to his last season form, just not getting anything going today. Not chasing down, not pressing. The amount of times I saw Martin Ødegaard pushing forward and just like getting the players to move up, specifically Aubameyang at times, just like, come on. There's no point pressing as one man. You've got to have the whole team do it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That's what pressing is. You get the whole team to close down the gaps, and Aubameyang just doesn't seem to want to do that. Ødegaard didn't have a particularly good game, to be fair, either. Saka was a little bit on the quiet side. Would have loved to, I got this shirt yesterday. Would have loved to hang that up today, having him score the winner against Brighton, but that wasn't to be. I thought Smith Rowe was pretty good. I don't know if he did as well as he did in the Tottenham game, but he was certainly one of the standout players, specifically when Ødegaard came out. I thought Smith Rowe really came alive. I also think that Ben White and Gabriel were pretty decent again. It's a clean sheet. Tierney didn't do that much. I thought Tomiyasu was a bit rough today. I think his honeymoon period is coming to an end a little bit. He's really now going to start feeling the effects of being in the Premier League and playing in awful weather. I mean, I'm sure he's played in bad weather. Of course he has. But when you get into the Premier League, it's the physicality of it. It's the speed, the tempo of it, the quality of it, but also the weather in England's awful. Okay, so yeah, I think today he realised that he's had a very good start to life in Arsenal colours, but today was a tough one for him. And Ramsdale, who again I think was our man of the match, unbelievable really. There were a few things I was a bit confused about with Arteta's substitutions. I feel like when Saka went down, and hopefully he's okay, he seemed to go down with a slight knock. What does Martinelli have to do to get on the pitch in situations like that? I totally get Martinelli not starting, and don't worry, I'm not biased because of my career mode where he's absolutely killing it. Of course, that's a completely different topic, but Martinelli, we all know, is a fantastic young player, but he's just not getting the time. He's not getting any chance, and that sucks. I feel like that was the perfect opportunity to throw Martinelli on. Saka's down, there's 10 minutes left, whatever it was. Throw on Martinelli, but instead he's putting on Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And I'm just thinking, like, for that, you then have to rejig the entire system, well, not the entire system, but move players around instead of doing just a straight swap. Just get Martinelli out on the wing and, put Smith Rowe on the right or whatever. Just get Martinelli on the damn pitch. What does he have to do to play? It is weird. We seem to be in this Project Youth, this process of getting young players through the team, but when it comes to Martinelli, Saliba, Guendouzi, who else am I forgetting right now? Even Balogun, maybe could be getting a few more minutes. They don't seem to be included in this young group. I just don't think he rates Martinelli, which is a real shame. But hey, Arteta's a professional coach, like I'm not. But for me, that's the perfect situation. So would have loved to have seen Martinelli come on and, who knows, get him through on goal. It could have been a potential winner. But to be fair, towards the end of the game, we were scrambling. It was a pretty solid defensive display from our back line to keep a clean sheet. Very good. Very, very good. We would have crumbled and lost this game, I think, before the international break or last season. And do you know what? I tweeted about the game and how I didn't think it was great. But a lot of people seem to be of the opinion that when you play like this and get a point, you've got to see it as a point earned, not 2 points dropped. And yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah, but I kind of feel like that mentality is better suited for games where you're playing, like the top 6 clubs, your main rivals. Obviously, it sounds awful, but Brighton are actually our rivals at the moment in the Premier League, fighting for top half. And no disrespect to Brighton, look, you can't say they're a top 6 team because they're not, but neither are Arsenal. So I don't know if that argument even exists at this point. Oh, a 0-0 draw playing badly against Man United. Yeah, it's a point earned. If we're saying that about Brighton, a game that realistically Arsenal should be winning when we're playing well and fighting for that top 6, it's a little bit backwards, but that's just where we are. So I'm not even having a go about that. I'm just explaining it as a realist from an Arsenal fan point of view. Right now, this is actually a point gained against Brighton, which, yeah, it shouldn't be the case. We've fallen so far, but there are still signs that we're more solid and a bit more confident than we were at the start of the season. But of course, when you lose 3 games in a row, something wasn't quite working. And then we've gone on to win 3 in a row, and now we're 4 unbeaten with this draw. It's okay. I don't necessarily think we'll look back at the end of the season and think, oh, that 0-0 draw against Brighton, that was terrible. It could be that this point helps us achieve something like a top 5. I don't know. Realistically, though, let's get your comments down below. Where do you think Arsenal will finish? Now that you've seen us play a good few games, it's not just 3 defeats. We've seen us battle and win a few bad result, get a few bad results and get a few good results. The Tottenham game, things like that. Where are we going to finish this season? Because the more and more I see this team, the higher my expectations get now. I think at the beginning of the season, I would have said 10th, 9th, maybe. I would have never said that we'd improve on 8th place. But now, 4 games in after the latest international break, I would say we should be fighting for that top 8, minimum. So let me know your thoughts down below where you would suggest Arsenal might finish this season. Quick word on Brighton, by the way. Cucurella, the ex-Barcelona left-back, left-wing-back, he was at Getafe, was he not? What a signing. He is a mini Hugh Wizzy lookalike, isn't he? I love it. I think, and if you don't know who Hugh Wizzy is, he's an Arsenal fan that posts video. Make sure he posts match reviews and stuff. Make sure you check him out. But yeah, he's solid. He got man of the match today. Really liked his cameo. And also, I think, Motm up front with Trossard filling in those gaps around the box. And then you've got, is it Modder? Incredible player. Like, seriously, very good. And then Lallana with that experience. It's a good team. And defensively, they're absolute brick houses, aren't they? Burns 6'6" or whatever it is, and then Dunk. And it's a good team. It's a good time to be a Brighton fan, and I feel like you guys will be absolutely fine to fight for that top half finish. I wouldn't quite say pushing for Europe, but hey, neither are we. So there's that. I think it was probably an unfair result on Brighton today. Coming from an Arsenal fan, that says a lot. You know, we should be winning this game, but ultimately Brighton were the better side. So that's my review of the game. A 0-0. No goals to talk about. Aubameyang missing again. Good defensive display, but just attacking-wise, just no... I don't know. There's no inspiration. I think when Ødegaard plays well, we play well, and he just had an off game today. In other news, I am launching something new on my Facebook page on Monday. It's an exclusive thing that does not affect, I repeat, does not affect my YouTube and streaming in the future. Extra bonus content is going up every single weekday over on my Facebook. So please click the link down below. I've been streaming there for a year. I'm no longer streaming on Facebook, but instead, every weekday, late in the evenings, I'm thinking like 9, 10 p.m., there will be another video. Just another bit of bonus content exclusively on Facebook. So I'd love it if you guys would check it out. The Arsenal reviews, I was going to say the Arsenal ratings, the Arsenal, Operation Arsenal, whatever you want to call it, is staying on this channel. Don't worry. And of course, all the career mode content. But on Facebook, I'm going to do Ultimate Team. I'm going to do F1, FM. I'm playing New World when you can actually get into the game. If you're playing that game, you'll know exactly what I mean. I'm currently in the queue right now for 2 hours, and I'm still nowhere near getting in the game. It's crazy. But I'm going to be uploading other stuff over on there. And of course, my streams will be returning soon, potentially on YouTube, or it might be back on Twitch. I'm just taking a little bit of a break. But thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed my review. No video tomorrow, of course. We're back on Monday with the Arsenal career mode, where we need to seriously fix our situation. I could be sacked at this rate. But Arsenal gets a 0-0 draw away from home at Brighton. Not a great result, but I guess we could have lost today, so we take the point.